After the heroic success witnessed by the Burj Khalifa, we saw a boom of such new big projects across the world, such as the China Landmark Building, the Shanghai Tower, also considered the crown jewel of China's tall building, which was built in 2016. But since it was completed, this tall skyscraper has largely sat empty and continuously faced criticism and concerns over the years. But why? What was the actual reason behind this? Making this building a mistake? If it was a mistake, then what are the lessons we can learn from it? In this video, we will explain to you every little things related to this kind of tragedy. Yes, we can refer to this as a tragedy. With the extraordinary 632 meters of height above the financial heart of China, this Shanghai Tower is the second tallest building in the world. In this beautiful building, there are many things featuring these incredible fast elevators. This is the home of our planet's highest observation deck and claims to be the world's most sustainable mega tall skyscraper. Yes, you heard it right. But despite its big status as China's most iconic mega project, and also to the world and it's ambitious to be the reason behind the country's economic growth, Shanghai Tower has always been in trouble with challenges since it all started. This Shanghai Tower was planned in 1993. So it was the time when economic reforms were introduced in the late 1980s and early 1990s. And after that shape off, Shanghai city began to transform rapidly. Firstly, it was decided to make 3 eye-catching, super tall skyscrapers to accommodate the demand for many office spaces. The idea was to put the city on the world stage as China's financial capital. The first of this trio was the Jinmao Building, which was completed in 1999, and nearly a decade later, the second building was made the Shanghai World Financial Center. But from all these two, the Shanghai Tower was chosen to be the jewel in the crown, because it was backed by a trust of state-owned developers, and also at first it got funded by Shanghai's municipal government. They decided to work on this project and sanction around 2.4 billion US dollars for this tower, which was first commenced in 2008. Around 8 years and 128 stories later, finally, this amazing and spectacular building was completed, and right after its completion, it stunned the whole world. While making this skyscraper, the Shanghai's super block was one of the densest places on earth with more than 1 million square meters of real estate places offered. All these super tall buildings were sitting so close to each other, each one of these towers set a monumental record. But since the opening of this giant tower in 2016, Shanghai Tower has faced a bunch of problems, and the most notable problem was its astonishingly low occupancy rate. Yes, you heard it right. You will be shocked to know that this building was all half empty in 2018. Also, the spaces inside the building that was leased were given to domestic corporation, but only 30% of those had been able to move into the building. Not only this, but even many big and established multinationals were not ready to sign a lease for this building. There were several reasons as well, and what were that? You will get to know now. Firstly, it was bureaucratic red tape, and also there were safety concerns that were raised by the local fire authorities. Their main concern was the building's immense height. According to them, it will take a number of years for the tower to gain its full fire certifications. With all these problems rising frequently, the tower ran into more than 1.5 billion US dollars in debt. Secondly, it was the building's twisting glass facade that was ideal for safety wind loads, but it created an impractical floor plate, and it was forcing people to pay for large areas of unusable floor space. Also, There was some problem with the floor as well, which was specified by the site inspector. He found that just 50% of the floor space was used effectively. There were other problems as well, like the tower's low occupancy rate, being painful at night when half the tower fails to light up. This is due to the long delay in making of luxury J Hotel that was about to open on the tower's upper floor for many years. It was Shanghai Tower's world-class sustainable credential that earned it LEED Platinum certification. In fact, it was a key part of its commercial strategy. Investors are always looking for some other ways to lower the maintenance and energy cost of these super tall buildings, while rent for these buildings can be up to 30% higher because of their desirable green status. As such, the tower boasts over 40 energy-saving techniques, which include 200 wind turbines. These important measures were taken to attract buyers to the towers in early years. In addition to the problems mentioned above, Shanghai Tower found itself a big barrier to the Chinese economy. With commercial occupancy rate falling frequently across the city, most importantly, buyers were asked to pay expensive rents when they were looking for bargains. Even the International Monetary Fund, that is IMF, noted the lack of competent commercial decision making from China in its construction projects. In the entire world, no other private company would be able to build an expensive tower like this and lease little of it. This Shanghai Tower has pushed the limit of engineering and set up a benchmark for other projects across the world. It was also widely praised for its design, which has undoubtedly made it an iconic symbol of China. The Shanghai Tower has failed to become a monument to the country's economic success. I hope you liked this information. For more interesting videos, follow and subscribe now, and make sure to share them. Stay connected and be updated.